Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I want to show you how I made this really fun little rollerball game, which was inspired by the games you used to be able to buy in tourist towns around the UK in the 80s and 90s. So I made this for the launch of Candy Christmas from Craft Consortium in House-couple-ditch a couple of months ago, and a lot of people asked how I'd made it. I hadn't expected to be nearly as popular as it was, so I was really blown away, and I'm so happy that I finally managed to film and upload this video for you today. Now, before we get into making this, I would just like to say that these are not going to be suitable to sell at craft fairs. They're not going to be suitable to gift to small children. Toys need to meet certain regulations, they need certain stamps. I'm sure you're all aware of that, but I just thought I would put it out there. These clearly aren't going to meet any regulations. This is just a fun game for you to make for nostalgic purposes, I suppose. If you are going to let a child play with it, please supervise them, because obviously it has huge choking hazard possibilities. But it is a fun game, it is fun to play with, it is quite addictive, and lots of you asked how I made it. So let me show you how to make this. I have prepared some of this in advance, so I will give you some measurements in a second. But the things I have here, I've got the 12 by 12 pad from Candy Christmas, which was, as I said, Craft Consortium and House-couple-ditch. I will link the website in the description box so you can go over and grab it if you'd like to. You're going to need something that rolls, so I have some ball bearings here, which I was sent by someone in Happy Mail. I've got the chipboard ephemera that came with the collection. I've got one of the Candy Christmas pop-outs from one of the decoupage kits. Then I have some foam pads, I have a hole punch, and I also have some packaging which I saved specifically. So this I think came off of some foam pads, but you can use whatever you've got. So I'll give you the measurement for this in a minute, but if you don't have something this big, you're going to have to just kind of either shrink my measurements down or like elongate them a bit. But yeah, use whatever you have, but this is great for recycling packaging as well. And so let's move these out of the way and I will give you some measurements. So as I said, this is my piece of packaging. Now mine has managed to get a bit squished, whether that was in transit or whatever, I'm not sure. I think it will still work, so let's hope so. But this measures roughly 4.5 by 6 3/4. So all my measurements are going to be based around that. Okay, so I have here all the bits I'm going to need. This is really quick and simple to do. So this is a really strong piece of cardstock. This was from Paper Mill Direct. I've had this probably a year and a half, 2 years. But this measures 8 by 5 1/4. And then I have my first piece of patterned paper from the 12 by 12 pad, and I've cut this down to 7 3/4 by 5, and that's literally going to sit on there. And then you need a piece which will sit directly under your packaging, just like that. So I've cut mine just a little bit smaller, and mine measures 4.5 by 6 3/8, and as you can see, it's just going to sit underneath, and then that will go on there. Now with packaging, often when you start pulling off the blister pack part, you'll find that whatever's underneath comes up. And I'm sure there's a way to get it off, maybe white spirit or something, surgical spirit, I don't know. You could probably submerge it in water and scrub it off. But I just thought, I don't really want to be doing that. If I'm honest, I would rather cover it up like all crafters do. So I have used holographic card. Now I have this really fun piece here, which, can you see, it kind of looks like it could be a starfish, but I also thought that that reminded me of the Christmas legs that you sometimes see sticking out of things. So if you went like that, it could be the Christmas legs that wave around. Anyway, I thought it was a bit of fun, so I thought I would use that. So I have cut these to fit around the side of my packaging. Now I have done mine to roughly 3/8 of an inch in width, and then I've just cut them to size, and then again round the top. So they all measure 3/8 of an inch roughly, and then they've just been cut to size around the packaging. So I've got those. Now, apologies if you can hear the occasional dog bark in the background. Someone's dog in the neighborhood is out in its garden barking incessantly, and every now and again one of mine responds with a yap, which is really annoying, but there's not much I can do because I can't shut the other dog up. It's not mine. So apologies for that in advance. Let's crack on with constructing this ball game. So the first thing we're going to do is to attach this green piece to our base layer, and it leaves a nice even border all the way around when it's done. So let's get that done first. Okay, so while that's drying, what we need to do is to take the next piece. Now this is what will sit on top and be our main game platform, I suppose. As you can see in this one, it's what all the balls are rolling onto. So what we need to do with this is actually punch some holes. So the first thing you need to do is decide how many ball bearings you want to use in your game. So on this one, I only used 5. And I don't think it was enough, if I'm being totally honest. It was fun, and there's, you know, it's easy to do, but I just think given the size of the project, I think more would have been beneficial. So I'm going to do slightly more today. So I'm using this X-Cut hole punch, and I've got it on the smallest setting. Use whatever you have, and then you just randomly punch holes around the inside section of your paper. Now bearing in mind this is going to sit over the top, so the great thing about using pattern paper is if you've put this over the top before you start punching, you can kind of eyeball where that's sitting, and then use markers so you don't go too far. But as long as you keep them roughly in the middle section, you'll be fine. So let's start punching. Also, if you're using one of these, make sure you're on a cutting mat so that you don't damage your work surface. Okay, so there you go. I have cut 9 holes in that, and that will now sit over the top here. So we're going to now stick this piece onto the base. So that is now drying. Do make sure this is completely dry before you put any ball bearings in there. It would be awful if one got glue on and then either stuck to your base or kind of affected how it rolled. So just be careful before you move on that this is completely dry. So the next step is to attach our packaging to the top of our base like so. So I'm just going to use wet glue to do that. Before you put your packaging down onto the cardstock, you do need to add your ball bearings. So I have chosen 9 pretty coloured little balls here, and I'm just going to put them in their holes before I put the lid on, so to speak. And then you just need to be really careful not to move it till it's dry. I really like these colours. I think they look like little Christmas lights. Really, really cute. So there we go. They're all in a designated hole. So now I can really, really carefully place this over the top. So that's had a few minutes to grab hold and take effect, and I just kept going around, pushing, holding, making sure it was all sticking down. And now we can add our holographic bits. So you're literally just going to be placing them up as close as you can to the side of the packaging. You overlap them, however you like really, and then you're just going to glue them all into place. So it will look like that, but neater. If you want to round off the edges, you can. I did on the first one. I'm not going to on this one, purely because I've got that squidgy edge up the top. So I'll get those stuck down and then I'll be right back. So that's all stuck down and drying. So all I need to do now is decorate. So I have got my candy Christmas sign here from the decoupage kit, and I've put that up on foam pads. So I'm going to put that across the top in the middle really quickly. And then I have 2 of the chipboard Febra pieces, and I'm going to put them just next to it on an angle on the side there. The beauty of these is they are self-adhesive as well. And there you have it, a really fun, nostalgic rollerball game, perfect for Christmas, perfect for any time of the year really. You didn't even need to make this for Christmas if you didn't want to. Like, I think these were like the original fidget toys. Hours and hours of fun, and I definitely think for a project this size, 9 was the right number to put inside. So I really hope you've enjoyed the video today. I really hope you found that useful and easy to follow along to. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you'd hit subscribe and help my channel grow. And if you have enjoyed today's video or found it useful, please leave me a big thumbs up. Let me know what you think in comments. Are you going to give it a go? If you do and you use a Craft Consortium product, please do feel free to pop over to the Craft Consortium network on Facebook and show it off over there. We have a lot of members. We have over 2,000 members over there. Very supportive, very encouraging, really friendly bunch of people, and they love to see what everyone has been up to. So as I say, if you use a Craft Consortium product to make this, please do share it over there. But if you share this on any social media outlet, please do feel free to tag me, because I'd love to see what people are making off the back of the videos. Thank you so much for watching today. I really do hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll be back soon with more videos. So until next time, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.